Here's a classic holiday look that looks good on everybody. I'm going to jump straight into the tutorial and start with base makeup. So I'm going to be hydrating my skin with a moisturizer to begin with. This is the Shiseido Essential Energy Hydrating Cream. It smells great. It's super hydrating on the skin. Absolutely love it. And this is something that I've been using every single day along with the Charlotte Tilbury Water Cream. Today is my birthday, December 7th, and I think my skin looks pretty darn good. I just turned 45 years, and I feel like moisturizing on a regular and drinking a lot of water definitely helps. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Undetectable Long Wearing Foundation, and I'm using the shade Praline. I'm trying a new technique explained by Sir John, who is Beyonce's makeup artist. He says apply foundation over damp, moisturized skin. That gives the most natural finish, and I can definitely see that. And because I wanted to try this technique, I didn't want to use a primer, so I went in directly with the foundation over the moisturizer. Next, I'm going to be using my favorite concealer, Milani, in the shade 145 to conceal my dark circles as well as patches around my mouth. I'm going to let it settle and dry just a tad bit before I blend it out. I'm going to be using the Fenty Contour Stick in the shade Truffle to add some dimension to my face. I'm using an angled brush from Real Techniques to blend everything out. And I definitely notice with using products directly over moisturizer, it blends beautifully. Unlike using it over a primer, which can be thick and heavy and tacky and cakey. So it might be a little bit more difficult to blend things out when you apply it over a primer, because primers are usually sticky. But over a moisturizer, it's melting into my skin. Now that the concealer is a little bit dry, I'm using a concealer brush to blend everything out. The concealer is blending beautifully and also giving excellent coverage because we waited for the concealer to dry just a tad bit before we blended it out. Next, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush in the shade Grateful, taking a tad bit in the back of my hand and using a brush to apply it. This is the Rosenben C42 Foundation Brush, which I use as a blush brush, and I absolutely love it. I'm also going to apply the residue to the center of my nose to give it that sunburnt look. Now, using the One Size Blurring Setting Powder, I'm going to lightly set underneath my eyes with just a dust of powder before I use a powder puff with a little bit more powder to set the entire face. And then to lock everything in, I'm going to be using a setting spray. This is the Benefit Super Setter. I'm in love with today's makeup. I can't wait to show you, especially the eye makeup. It's absolutely stunning. To fill in my brows, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Bomb Brows Micro Shade Brow Pencil. That's a mouthful. This is in the shade Medium Brown. As always, I'm going to fill in the top portion first before I use the spoolie again to brush my brow hair upwards to fill in the lower part of my brows. With the residue that's left in my concealer brush, I'm going to clean up underneath my brow. For today's stunning eye makeup, I'm going to first start with a deeper shade of eye crayon. This is the Caviar Stick eye color from Laura Mercier in the shade Rose Thorn. I'm going to use it to saturate my entire lid space. And then with my finger, I'm going to lightly smudge and blend out the edges. And then I'm going to use the same crayon in my lower lash line as well. Now that we have a beautiful base, I'm going to be using the shade Santa from the ColourPop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. And I'm going to be using this with a small blending brush in the inner and outer corners to deepen it. And then I'm also going to join the two corners through the crease. So I'm warming up the corners and I'm creating a halo eye here. And then I'm also going to be using it to buff out my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to dip into the shade Snowbank. With my finger, I'm going to apply it right to the center of my lid for that pop of highlight. And then I'm going to blend out the edges to get that smooth transition. Next, I'm using the shade North Pole to highlight my brow bone. Now dipping into the shade Gadzooks to deepen my lower lash line with a small eyeliner brush. I like a little bit of something metallic in my lower waterline, so I'm going to be using the Marley Beauty Evercolor Gel Eyeliner in a beautiful metallic gold in my waterline. Using the Tarte's liquid liner, I'm going to pull out a small wing and line my lash line. And then to finish up, I'm going to curl my lashes before I apply a coat of mascara. I'm going to be using the Tarte Sea Surfer Curl Mascara. And for lashes, I'm going to be using Tati Lashes in TL21. These look so natural and absolutely stunning. And then I'm going to finish up with a coat of mascara to my lower lashes. This is one of the most stunning and easiest eyeshadow looks I've ever created on my channel. The eye crayon to begin with definitely saves a lot of time. Now to finish up, I'm going to be using There's Always Tomorrow Luxe Lipstick Kit from ColourPop, starting with the lip liner. I'm going to apply it to the borders and shade it towards the lip, softening everything up. Now I'm filling in with the lipstick, and this shade is absolutely stunning. The lipstick is comfortable, it's juicy and extremely creamy. I added some curls to my hair with the Beach Waver, which I've been using quite regularly. And this is the completed look with some hoops and a stunning shawl. It's classy, it's elegant, and looks fantastic on everybody. Would you try it? Let me know in comments. And if you want to refer to any of the products that I used today, you just have to click on the View Products link, which is embedded within this video. It'll be on your left bottom corner. And you can also refer to my description box for my social media links as well as product links. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I post several times a week. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye, guys.